What's up? I'm David.
And I'm Daltron.
And on today's episode, we'll be talking about relationships. A good and healthy relationship is key in this day. And whether it be your friendships or your love life, a good and healthy relationship takes work.
And with that said, what do relationships entail? And what can break a relationship? And why do people always seem to rush into relationships? All these topics and more on today's episode.
All right, welcome everybody back to Done Talking. It's been a little while. We had a little soft opening, but we're back. And today we're going to be talking about relationships, okay? So we got our guest here, Sierra Boogie. She was with us. Our second episode was the second episode. She was there with us.
Oh, yeah, it was the second.
The first one was Nazi and Chanel.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, I'm happy to be back.
glad to have you back, man. So let's get right into it, man. What's up with our relationships? What does it mean to be in a relationship? First, let's hit that on the note. Like, what is that?
What is a relationship?
That's the first thing you want.
That's not the first thing, but I'm just
what's
saying,
the
like,
first?
like we going right into it. Might as well just like,
Sorry, what's that? That seemed like a vague opening for like how like what does it mean to be in a relationship? You'd be here for hours trying to figure that out.
Right, because I'm like,
what
that?
does a relationship entail? That's my first bullet point. So, what was a relationship entail? Like,
There's a lot of things.
so let's start listening. Like,
Well, it entails two or more people.
yeah, I mean, of course, I mean that's the obvious, unless you like madly in love with yourself. But, like, what is it?
Well, are we talking about relationships as in love, or are we talking about
our friendships?
It could
Yeah.
be anything, like,
or business-wise?
Like if you have
Let's
like,
try to be specific.
well, all right. So, let's look at it from a friendship point of view. Like, being a friend with somebody, what does that kind of relationship entail?
It entails time.
Sometimes money. It's like
Sometimes, because like you
Sometimes,
want to hang out with your friends, you gotta
Yeah.
have some money. Wow.
Yeah.
I
It-
think it's a give and take. Like like when you're younger, sometimes your friendships is based off what something you have and what that other person has. So y'all kind of share. And like maybe your first friend was in elementary school. He had one of your favorite toys, and you let him borrow it, and then it just built from there. But when you get older, you gotta realize, like, a friendship should be based on what you do for each other. It's not oh, I have money, so you're my friend. No, like if I call you for something, you come help me. If you call me for something, I'll come help you. It's like a give and take.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Which sometimes when you get older, you start realizing who your real friends are.
Yeah, after I think some of it entails being transparent with each other too, like be able to trust each other with your deepest, darkest secrets, mistakes, all that stuff. So
True. Because you can't really have a friendship or relationship without that.
I can hear you.
know what I'm
I
saying?
can hear myself.
Oh.
That's why I don't like talking on the mic.
Y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I hear
Okay.
you clear.
That was
Yeah.
pretty loud, but
This one, I'll push it back then.
I know when you're using like school, especially high school, it's like after you graduate, all the people you used to hang out with, you don't really hang out with them more. Like
Yeah.
At all.
people become
Yeah.
more of the person who they are meant to be, I guess.
I don't think I'm hanging out with anybody that I went to high school with at this particular moment. Like, matter of fact, like my closing years in high school, I started getting friends that were a little bit older than me, and none of them went to the same school as me or nothing. Like my whole circle, they all from everywhere else. Like I don't. none
Yeah,
of
because I
them-
didn't even know you in high school.
Yeah, like my
At
whole
all.
circle, Sierra, D Gates, Raven, like they all. That's
Oh, Raven, she from
she
North
T-Neck,
Virginia?
T-Neck. She
Yeah,
from
and Darryl,
T-Neck.
he was in Long Branch.
Long
I
Branch,
think.
right?
I mean,
So-
we went to the same school, but I never even knew of David. Literally, I met you at Change Generation.
Yeah,
That's how y'all all met.
right.
That's kind of sort of how I met you and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll pop in there every now and then to pick up David and Chanel, but that's weird. That's weird how it went from just kind of seeing everybody here and there to like now I'm hanging out with y'all guys in people's weddings and whatnot.
Right.
Weird.
right.
It's the difference a few years make. 'Cause before that, I didn't have a whole lot of like I said, when in high school I had like a lot of different friends. Used to hang out at my friend's house, all that stuff. Then we moved to Neptune. Then you don't even see those people anymore, except for like randomly. Like I see people from Red Bank, like I just be minding my business somewhere and I just see somebody, and then I went from having almost no friends to just gaining a whole slew of new friends. So that's
Yeah.
good.
How was like friendships kept so long though? Like,
Yeah, I had a
when-
lot of friends in high school too.
Like
I-
what would you what would what would make you cut off a friend?
Cut off.
Yeah,
Cut
like
them
if you
really
like
do me dirty.
if you friends with somebody, like what would make you cut them off?
I don't know. It could be anything. Like not anything, cause you know, I'm pretty forgiving as a person. Like you really have to do something. Like I could be mad at you, or we could talk it out a few days later or something. But I don't know.
Disloyalty.
Alright.
Disloyalty would make you cut a friend off.
Disloyalty. Because, like, if you can't even be, like, it don't even got to be nothing crazy. But, like, if you can't be loyal, then how can I trust you?
Right.
Like, if I can't trust you, then what's the point of us being friends?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I sound like a specific story.
huh?
Somebody actually was disloyal.
I mean, not necessarily. Most of my friends are loyal. I don't have any issues with nobody. But I feel like that would be the thing. Like, if I can't come to you and I can't come to you and I can't trust you like with information, then why would I
Why would
even further this
Yeah.
friendship? Like, I can't trust you with my, like, when you go to your friends, you come to your friends with like confidential things that you can't tell everybody else.
Right.
Like, that's the type of relationship that you guys have. So if I can't come to you like in confidence and trust that you can keep that to yourself, or that you're gonna go back and say something to somebody else, then that's not being loyal. And if you can't be loyal, then what do I need you for?
Yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah, I haven't had like me. It's just I guess the way I am, like, cause it take me a little while to be like that trustworthy with people, like tell them my secrets and things like that. And then sometimes I'm like real slow to even be friends with somebody in the first place. Like they take somebody come to me and they'll tell me all their business. Like they just real friendly and they kind of wait for me to tell my
and you just be
side.
sitting there
I'm
like,
I like movies.
not today.
Like I just don't open up that quickly, so I don't know. Like, and plus I don't like to ask, like to pry from people. Like I don't ask too much of people, so it's like I don't know. I got that kind of sheltered type of thing going on. I don't know.
And I know for me, like for me to cut a friend off, like I think you gotta really like do me dirty, cause I think I could be a forgiving guy too, but you know, like I think being disloyal is one of them. Like that will, you know, that would make me like distance myself from you. But you know, as soon as you know you do something like that will cross the line straight up dirty, I think that's when I'm like, yo, I'm done with you. Like I had a friend who did me dirty. I don't really want to get into details.
You
on
can't bring
but-
that up and then knock it into detail.
Well, I put it like this. So you know, I was hanging at his house, and he knew I had a crush on this girl. He calls the girl, start talking all this smack. Didn't tell the girl that I was there. Like he was like, you know, this is cool. You know, watch that. Like we want watch this. Watch what I'm about to do. Call the girl up. You know, do the talk. You know, whatever. You know, we're gonna put the quotation marks for viewers. Y'all get it later. But they did the talk or whatever, and
I don't know what the talk is.
Me neither.
I'm
the
confused.
talk,
What's the talk?
dirty talk with the girl on the phone.
Okay.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah,
that's
that-
straight
That was
forward.
talk.
that
Yeah.
probably was awkward.
So yeah, so I'm sitting here. I'm like, this
Did you know
dude.
he was talking to her?
I knew he was talking to her, and I'm like, this dude is like, but he waited till we got to the house to call the girl, and then do that and right in front of me. I'm like, okay, this dude got to know I had a crush on her, and I'm like, okay, well,
Did you tell him that you had a crush on her?
no, they know. This was very open. Like I had a crush on this girl in middle school. Everything was very open.
I mean, but
very very open. I you know I didn't hold that back.
okay.
So I was just like, I was pissed off at that, and I cut him off for a minute, for a long time. I was real mad. We had a conversation about it later, but I'm like, because it was stupid. It was just like a little middle school crush. But at the time, that was like the big deal to me. So I'm just like,
That's pretty foul.
yeah. I'm like, that's foul. Like, so. I mean,
Dang, David.
you know, you can't
So
do
was
me
he-
dirty.
Was
Like
he playing around, or he just did it on purpose? Like
I don't know.
Or
what
did
his-
he really like the girl?
I don't know what his intention. Apparently he was messing with the girl. So you know, and I didn't
So
know.
you-
I just found out.
So you were the one who was like really like lost. Then,
Yeah,
'cause he
I
was
just,
talking
like,
to her the whole time. You
yup.
just had a crush.
I just
but
had a crush
He
on
actually had a relationship.
yeah,
Like,
relationship, something like that. So I don't. Yeah, so it caught me off guard, and I'm just like, okay, well, that was an eye opener, but you got the cutoff because I didn't need to know like that. Like,
Yeah.
you wanted to tell me, you could have told me, but I didn't need to know like that. So
Right, like you ain't had to play me. Like you made me look
Right.
stupid.
right. And one of my best friends was there too. Like, so
So now you
like,
looked embarrassed. Like you're
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
It's like so I'm just like, yo. So I know if somebody like you gotta really like cross the line for me. You gotta do me dirty for me to cut you
I think
off.
being
Like,
disloyal is crossing the line.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I come to you in like confidence, and then, you know, you go out and you say what I said to you, like in confidence to someone else, and it's just like, what if I didn't want anybody to know that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I am very forgiving. So it's been people who have been disloyal and like have like that I've cut off completely, and now I can have a relationship with them and be cool with them again. Like it's been times where I had friends where I was like, we were tight, we hung out every day, and then I cut them off. And then like eventually I'll see them again, and then I'm like, I see you again, and it's all love. Like at the end of the day, like I don't hate you, I just can't be your friend, and then I'll still invite you back. Like I'm not that girl that's like, oh, we stopped being friends, and I don't invite you. I got this one friend. Well, we not friends no more right now, but I had this one friend, and we will always get into it. It would be like cause our friendship was like it was different. Like she was like.
Was it love and hate?
It was not a. It was. I won't say it was a love and hate. It was more of a like she. We weren't on the same level. Like we didn't think alike at
Our
all.
mindsets were
So
different.
yeah. So where I seen like where the way I think, you guys know how I am. I like I'm progressive. I wanna grow. Like I'm all about growth and like getting money. I want to get out here. I want to do what I got to do. I want to like make something of myself. Whereas like if something happened to her, like instead of her trying to like say you got fired from your job. Now y'all know I got fired, and what did I do? I
You went to go look for another job, or you
or I
put your
grind.
resume,
I
or
got
you
spearhead.
grind.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
whatever,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Like I turned something that was bad into something that's great.
Yeah.
Like with her, like she lost her job, and then instead of her trying to turn that bad thing into
She's
something
just sitting on
great,
the couch.
she like moped in it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
our situations are different. Our circumstances are different. Like you got kids, like you can't play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Really gotta be on it.
Yeah, you gotta
right.
be on your grind for
So
real.
so when I mentioned like, hey, like you got to come up with a hustle. Like you got to like even you could come work for me. Like you could be my bookkeeper. You could do this or whatever. Like we could find something for you to do or come up with a hustle. Bring your kids with you on your hustle. She got offended by that. I wasn't trying to play her or nothing like that. I was just trying to throw out ideas. Like I said I see single parents all the time doing it for their kids, like working and having a hustle. Like, cause that's the way that's how I see my mom hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen people hustle. So for me, like that's the only thing I know. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
she should have known your heart after, you know.
Right, but she got offended. And it's not the first time we got into something, but this was the last straw. Like it's just like, all right, like I was being honest with you. I'm giving you I'm like I've always been real. Like I'm real
Yeah.
with you all the time. Like
Yeah.
whenever it's something, if I feel like, bro, this is like you probably should go this way, or if
That's
it's
what a real friend.
That's what a real
would
friend
do.
is, yeah.
Right.
They should say like you should check you or help you. Like oh I can. help
Yeah.
you, but
Yeah.
So I
to
felt
get
like I was doing
offended.
all the right things. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to discredit her or anything like that. But I'm just like, bro, you really have a you have kids. Like so you can't just mope around. Like you gotta grind. Like this ain't the time to chill out. Like I've been in your position. I was depressed too. Like I was depressed for a couple months, but what did depression do? It made me lose everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like I still had to get a job. I still had to go back and grind. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. So because of how she reacted, like she was very angry. She like reacted like it was just ridiculous to the point where I was just like, the next day I woke up, I was like, I don't think we should be friends anymore. I still love you. I said I'll still be there for you. Always have a special place in my heart. But I
gotta
really
do what you
don't.
gotta do, man.
I really don't think that
Yeah.
we should be friends anymore because at the end of the day, we always gonna go back to the same situation. Like
Right.
every time I give you my opinion, it's a problem. But I take yours and I take it and I put it on my shoulders and I
Right.
and I live with it.
That's
But
like give and take. Like you
Yeah.
don't want like
Yeah,
be friends with
but you
somebody,
can't-
be one sided.
yeah, and that's what it seemed like. It's like I'm always there to help you and stuff like that. And but when I say something that you don't like, it's a problem. And it's just like I'm really just being real with you. I don't have a problem. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'll still support you. And if you want to do nothing, I'll still support you doing nothing. That's fine. But at the end of the day, my opinion is that you could grow. There's other things that you could do. You could go back to school. You could, there's things that you can do to make your situation better.
Make it
She
a
wasn't with
positive
it.
situation. Yeah.
She wasn't with it, and that's cool. But I can't be your friend.
So, so we said, being loyal, like, with the friendships, being loyal, what, give and take, and all the different things that we said. Let's kind of like direct the conversation into like being in a relationship with somebody, like love situation. Would you want those same things in your love, like? Because they say start off as a friendship first. So being,
like, I was just listening to this message on YouTube. Like sometimes I just listen to like different ministers. I think it was like a podcast or something, but it was like he was like preaching a message, but he was talking about like him and his wife and how they was dating and stuff like that. But like they say the like best relationships, they start as like friendships first.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should be your best friend. Like you could love a person but not be really friends with them. Like she was talking about. Like
Yeah.
Like you can care for that person. If they really really need your help, you can go in to help them or something like that. But like y'all don't like being around each other per se.
Mhm.
But I think like when husband and wife get together, they should be friends. They should probably be friends before anything. Like,
Yeah.
even if they have feelings for each other, like hang out, go to places.
How long
like,
you think somebody should be friends before they think about getting into a relationship? You think
don't
there's a
know.
limit, or you think it's on somebody's like specific situation, or
like friends? You could be friends. 20,
I mean,
30
you can be,
years,
yeah, but like how,
uh,
like if you like, so say like, look at it from this point of view. Say I'm friends with, the opposite sex, and I've been best friends with this person for like 5 or 6 years. Now in my mind,
Best
I'm never,
friends.
best friends. Like I'm not considering, taking it anything further. I know I like this person a lot because I've been a best friend. I click with you. We get along. We hang out.
Back
When
in the day, people
Yeah.
that was enough to get married. They were like, let's put our money together
And
we
to
can
get
buy a
married.
house, like,
like we, but yeah,
it's
but
different
like,
times now. But
like
that's what
we
they
get
used to be.
along. Like people see us there, like, man, y'all belong together and stuff like that. Like you just click with this person. You don't click with nobody else like you click with this person. Like it's the opposite sex. So like, when is it okay to say, let's consider, taking it further. Let's consider being in a relationship.
Well,
That's up to
individuals.
y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Because
that's a conversation.
it doesn't
y'all have
always
to-
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some people say, oh, as soon as they go to that next level, then
That's when it
just
crash.
break down.
So
it's
it
like,
depends.
y'all gotta have mutual feelings when it comes to that, besides more than friendship. So
Okay.
and then you like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, because
But if you get
it
to
could
that
be
point,
bad.
then go ahead and do whatever. But
So do you think anything should change when, like, say, they have mutual feelings for each other. They've been best friends for however long, and they decide, listen, we're gonna try to be in a relationship. We want to be in a relationship. Do you think anything should change, other than like I think the sacrificial level is gonna be different because you're not single anymore. You're not, so you can't just talk to willy nilly or
yeah, I mean,
anybody.
yeah,
but
but the
do you-
change would be you exclusive. Like you're not
Mm.
really looking to be like in a relationship, like love relationship wise, with anybody else. That'd be one thing. I think try not to think too much into it.
Mm.
Like if your friends already, all that's the same. It's not really going to change.
it's just the
It's just you
relationship.
add more
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it.
Like the more affection side, like the affectionate side and all of that stuff like that. I don't think that, because like you could be friends with somebody for 3 months
Right.
before, and then, but it depends, like, because like I've had a best friend, and like then you try like you have feelings for the best friend, but the best friend don't have feelings for you, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
I've been there.
So it kind of just is like it really depends on y'all, like at the end of the day, because the thing that you risk in the friendship is
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
then how do you go backwards? Like how
you
can
go
you
back to the friendship?
right?
Yeah.
Because then if somebody really was in love with the other person, how do you go back to just being that person's friend? Because you got feelings for them now, like and like no
Yeah.
matter what, you still gonna have those feelings in the back of your head. And how are you gonna live with them dating someone else and being friends with someone else? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so
I think you like.
you can.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It's
in your
possible
head-
because I'm thinking.
I'm like in your head.
It's
like,
possible.
oh, I
I'm
can't
thinking
get
it's
over
very
this, I can't get
possible.
over this, but life,
Yeah.
people like this is probably the worst case scenario,
But
you can know somebody, they can die, God forbid. Well, everybody gonna die. So people you know can love can die. You can feel a certain way, like, oh, you so sad, depressed, whatever. But over time, eventually,
Yeah.
you'll get over it. So I think nowadays people get so caught in the feelings.
they
how
hold
they
grudges
feel.
off of
They-
feeling.
Yeah, they hold on to the feelings,
Yeah.
not realizing like life moves on. You can
Right.
move on. So
And you
I
can
don't
find
think
somebody else just like
Yeah,
they
exactly.
did. but-
Right.
like to me, like you know, they say it's somebody for everybody or you're meant to be together. I feel like not exactly. I don't think that's exactly true. Like there's other people out in the world. Like you may find this person, but
So
like,
you don't think somebody's like you don't think God
exclusively?
exclusive
I
for
don't
you?
think so. Like
You don't think
can
God
ask
is-
God to say, show me the person. I think he. Can
I've been
do that
asking for a
you.
long time.
So, but you don't think God
I
has
don't
a
see anybody.
specific a specific person just for you? Like He's made this person like because
When he put you on this earth, he put this person on the earth.
Like-
I
don't
gotta raise my
necessarily
hand for
believe
this
that.
one, cause like
I don't know.
I
It's
got
weird.
this thing
'Cause
in
I
my
feel like
It's
you
weird.
could be with this person for years.
Mhm.
Y'all break up, or maybe that person dies
Mm.
again. Like I don't hate to say that.
See-
You keep dying.
see,
but
I
you can
can't
find
think that
somebody
deep.
else. That's what makes me. Think,
I can't think that deep
think you
into
can't
it.
do that.
Because like when I think about it, you say that God has somebody for everybody,
mm,
but then you think about the plans and stuff like that. And how God has a plan for us, but we have a plan for ourselves.
mm.
So like God has this person for me, right? But when that guy was supposed to approach me, I was with somebody else, right? So
Mm.
now the guy that was for me went to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Like I'll think too
I mean,
deep
you
into it.
delaying it though. That's just a
No,
delay of
I'm delaying it. But what if that guy marries somebody else and I marry somebody else, right?
Mm.
Like we're not who we're supposed to be with now. Like,
Okay.
like I love that person.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if that's
Right, like
exactly
that's where I'm.
true.
That's
See,
why I don't.
like,
I don't
people- like,
technically
people say
believe
that.
that.
Yeah, people say that, but it's like what a guy. What is it? The scripture say the man should leave his mother and father and
And
find
cling
a-
to his wife.
Yeah, even go find a wife. Like I said, you could ask God for guidance, but it's not saying. I don't remember seeing anything where it says
I made
God
this
got a
wife for you.
Specific. Only person I know of that is Adam, probably. Maybe Mary and Joseph, but not,
So, but like, okay. So taking it to the Bible with Adam and Mary and Joseph. So if he followed that format in the Bible, why wouldn't he follow that format now?
But first of all, they
Things
the first
change.
man
People
and
change.
woman,
I mean, but I'm saying,
Mary and
but
Joseph
they
is-
they were just like he destined those two to be together.
But he,
you know,
like, Mary and Joseph was already together. If
So-
God already know what kind of man Joseph is, what kind of woman Mary is, so he picked both of them.
I just
really.
got drink in my head. Things change. People change.
well, all right. So I was.
Going to fit.
It's funny because this topic came up yesterday. I was at a singles ministry thing yesterday, and they talked about one of these things, and they said that they went to a conference, and this preacher said at the conference they was like that everybody in the world is like a puzzle piece, and that the puzzle piece fits together to make God's creation, whatever to come together to do what God wants us to do, whatever, blah blah. So they said God has a piece that's specifically made for you, that's connected, that and any other piece that you try to fit in, it's just not gonna fit in, it's not gonna work. So what do you have to say about that when they're referring to
What's the scriptures
marriage?
to back that up?
I'm not sure, they didn't mention
Right.
that scripture.
So-
I'm not sure. But
so my
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
This is my thing. I feel like this. Like at the end of the day, God has somebody for us, but like when you think about the plan, what if the person that God has for me ain't following God's plan? So then I'm just gonna be single forever.
See, my thing is, if God got a plan for you and you following His plan, and you want a relationship and say, okay, God, like say you get the answer, God say you gonna like maybe through somebody else, you gonna have this person, you gonna get married one day, but you gotta wait. I guess you gotta just wait for that particular person. Like if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing and they never do, then they wasn't
Then
in
you
the
gonna be.
plan.
I
Then
don't
you
know,
gonna be
this-
Paul.
it's a hot topic, man. We're gonna take it to the street. I think we gotta take this one to the street. We gotta
You
interview
gonna
people.
we
on
gonna
this.
we gonna be Paul. Like
We
just
got to
gonna be
interview.
single
This is
forever.
going to be a part 2 of this. Definitely believe that's going to be a part 2 of this. But we got,
My thing
yeah.
is like my parents.
Can't talk
for
to me about
example,
that.
My mom and dad were friends. My mom didn't necessarily like. I don't think they looked at each other like that.
Because mommy
Mom-
was popular, and
Yeah, well, my dad had I think he had a girlfriend before.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
So my mom used to pray when she first got saved. She started praying, asking God for a husband, blah blah blah, and eventually she got the answer. It was my dad. So she was like, I guess she never looked at
At him
his
like that.
direction. Yeah,
Mm.
they were just friends. Him, my uncle, and all of them. They was all friends, hung out together, whatever. But like I said, you never know. But like I said, I think God will work in whatever your situation is. It's hard to. I feel like for us to understand everything that God does, that will make us gods, and we're nowhere near that. So, like, I think you just gotta, like, if you're going
Just go with the flow.
Yeah, if you're gonna ask God for the husband and you get the and you praying for that specifically, then you just gotta wait on him.
I
and see
definitely- I
how-
wanna
Don't
hear
ask
what-
God for a husband though.
I want no husband.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I think I'm gonna take it
I
to the
think he gonna do
streets.
it anyway.
I think I think I'm gonna take it to the streets. I want to see what other people have to say because I'm mixed with that, man. Like I was just
That's a
asking.
hard one.
Yeah,
That's a hard-
it's a hard question.
Because
like,
your opinion,
Yeah.
like we all got our own opinions
Opinion.
about it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, maybe God does have somebody for us, but for me, like I told you, like when you really think deep into it, it gets a little complex.
yeah,
Like
I go back and forth myself. Like sometimes I'll
just
catch
don't
myself. Like
necessarily
sometimes I
believe
don't
in the
believe it. Sometimes I do.
Made for you. Like,
So,
I just
yeah.
feel like you could be married. Like, my example would just be like you could be married to somebody for a long time, and then
wake up and that person
y'all
not
both
for you.
Christian, y'all living the life, blah blah blah, and y'all move on. Like maybe something happened, y'all move on. Like, I mean, I'm not.
But some
advocating
people
for
they
divorce
don't
or
follow
nothing,
God's plans. Some people they just get married, and
But
they
I
think
we
they
have the freedom. God gives us that freedom.
they
to
yeah,
go
but they think
and
that
marry.
they're
But you're
led
supposed
to marry that person. And,
Okay.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
So
like,
marriage.
you could figure that out. Though.
What are your thoughts on marriage? Like once the person like okay, divorce. What is your thoughts on divorce? Like, cause I always think that once who you marry is who you should be with.
Well,
like-
man, I don't
That's
necessarily.
why people
I don't
shouldn't
believe-
jump into it.
Yeah,
Like,
and that was
Yeah.
my next
Take your
point.
time.
I was going to get on that, but before we jump on that, I think I don't necessarily believe in divorce. I think me personally, like I can only condone divorce in like the most drastic situations, like if the person
Drastic.
Jurassic, whatever, man. The most extreme.
I was gonna let you
situation.
slide, but-
like you know what I'm trying to say. Why I got a speech impediment, man. It's just crazy. But anyway, the most extreme situation, like the person, one of the people in the relationship stepped out or something while y'all were married, and the Bible speaks about that too. It says like if one is unfaithful, it's okay to divorce. And I forget there was another reason why he said you can divorce too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But other than that, it's frowned upon. And for me, I follow the Bible with that. I wouldn't want to divorce. Like if I'm married to somebody, I'm gonna do my best to try to work it out. Like honestly.
Right. So then, okay.
Especially if nobody cheating. Like,
Yeah.
y'all should
Right.
Be able to.
Yeah,
Figure that out.
Figure it out.
So
Like if we gotta take time off, be separated for a little bit, even if I gotta go get an apartment for a few months or whatever, blah blah, until we figure it out.
Nah.
I'm willing to do that.
nah, that's too much money.
I'm just saying.
Y'all gotta work it out.
I mean, you
That's-
never know.
That's
You never
on your
know
way.
how- yeah,
That's
I mean,
on your
I
way
mean, you
to
never
the. That's on your
know.
way to the deuces. If you gotta get a whole nother apartment,
Another apartment.
that's on your. You better go sleep on the couch
You
for a
never
couple
know.
days.
It's been, but people have done it. They separate themselves. They got away from each other for a few months. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you never know what kind of situation it is. I'm just saying, I'm willing, like, I would be even willing to do that, but I'm not divorcing you. I'm like, if we're going to separate, if I want to move into another place just to get space from you, but even though in the back of my head saying, we're still going to try to work this out, I'm willing to do it.
That's
I'm
hard
just-
though, because when you separate, like, and you go your separate ways for a little while,
Mhm.
it could get a little bit nasty.
Yeah, that's when.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like if you move out the house, like
That's what I'm
like
saying. That's
you're
kinda
giving,
far.
you're letting,
They're
you're
trying to work
opening
it
up
out.
a door for somebody to come into
Yeah,
the house.
but all I'm saying is
On both
it's been
sides.
done before. That's all I'm saying.
It's been done, but
Sure,
does it always
do
turn
I'm
out
just-
right?
Yeah.
that's right.
I'm just saying for me, like it's just for me. I'm
You
like
said stay in
I'm
the house.
doing anything
Right.
at all
Sleep
costs,
on
you
the
know?
couch
So,
or in the guest room.
all right, if you got a guest room.
Sleep on the couch.
So I mean, but we jump off of that for a minute, and why do you think people?
I was gonna say, what do you think about cheating? Is that should you use divorce right away off of one time, or you think it's for?
I don't think off of one time. I think. Well, you know what? That's a touchy topic because for me, I think it depends on the situation. Like, for me, I think
That's
if
what I hear. It's the-
I think it depends on the situation because, like, if you know, man or woman, whoever does the cheating, I think for me, whoever,
No,
I think whoever does the cheating, like, what,
I'm just
what,
like, no.
what caused the cheating? Like, it was it just intentional? Like he's just.
But does what caused the
it's-
cheating justify the cheating?
No, I'm not saying
There's
it
no
just.
justification
No, I mean,
for
there's
the
no
cheating.
justification. I'm not
just
saying
asking,
that.
Is it forgivable?
But is it
Well,
forgivable? Like, yeah, like,
y'all
can
move
y'all
on
move
from that
past
and
it
still be
and work
married?
it out and still be married?
Oh, in marriage?
Yeah,
I don't think you have a choice.
I think it's.
Like I think you got to work it out.
I think it's a
No, I'm saying
situation.
not boyfriend and girlfriend. Like,
I'm
Because I'm
talking
like,
about,
if
like,
you can't,
you
if you
married.
can't be faithful in just a relationship, like
That's
and
what
being
I-
my boyfriend,
you know, I mean,
then
in
I don't
marriage.
think we. I don't even think we should
I don't have
look
no
at
problem
that step.
saying, I'm done. Like breaking up. Y'all not
Yeah.
gonna
But
be
in marriage, I think that it should be
Marriage.
worked out. I think that it can be worked
I
out.
think it'd be worked out too. I mean, I like I said, I think it depends on the situation. Like if he just went out, and he's just willy nilly, or she's just going out willy nilly, just
With
doing it 'cause
anybody?
they- just with anybody, just because they can and they don't think they're gonna get caught, then yeah, you know that deserves a divorce. But if there, you know, if there's a reasoning, and usually there is a reasoning behind that.
all the time.
It not all the time, but it in a
The
lot
reasoning
of
is
cases.
the person is not mature enough to wait for his wife or wait for her husband. Like at
It's
the
not-
end,
I don't think it's that simple sometimes.
I don't think that,
I don't think it's that simple.
Like I feel like if you mature enough, even if y'all going through something, you're not really looking at. You gotta be really lacking.
No, it's just
in
not
certain
that you.
things.
It's not that you
Like
you
should be able to go
looking.
live outside. Like when y'all leave.
Because
the
how
house.
do you know? How do you know it's like, you know, you get into a situation with your wife or you get into a situation with your husband and it just gets real like bad and the temptation is constantly like it's
You
not
already-
like you're
I-
intentionally going out to look for it.
I
Like
think your
something is
tempta-
knocking at your
temptation
door.
would be already there. Like if you.
it's
cheat-
always gonna be there,
Yeah,
whether
okay,
she
like,
faithful or not.
I
Or
think it's depending on the person because some people may not be as tempted when they're around other men or women or whatever. Like
That's what I said.
I feel like it's if you cheat because after y'all got an argument, something probably was available for you in the first place.
Mhm.
Somebody, a man or woman's probably waiting there, like they was already interested, and it got bad enough over here that you was willing to step over there.
right,
I think some people, and it may not be no opportunities like that. They're not really looking or looking elsewhere for like intimacy or something. They just kind of like they just going about the rest of their life, like going through their day. They at work or wherever they are, and then when they come back
it
home,
just presents itself.
maybe it could present itself. They like the person, somebody other than your wife or husband. They probably have to go after that person because some people be married so long they don't even look. At
They're not
other
even paying
people.
attention to it. Yeah.
Tell
right.
people like
Until
that.
something crazy happens
Somebody
at home,
really have to like really make an effort.
like they gotta throw the ball, like hit you right in the back of the head. Like, look,
They might be
look
like,
at
no,
me.
I'm married, even though they're having trouble. Like they really
Yeah.
have to go after them. But it
I mean,
depends on, it's all-
like I said, I think it
all types
depends
of
on it. I
situations.
think it's many different situations. I think if they're just straight out being a dog, whoever he or she is, if they're straight out being a dog, I think that deserves divorce. You know, like, you know, they're straight
That's why
out.
you gotta know
They
who you marrying.
they straight
Right.
out being a dog. They constantly doing it. But if it's like one
Don't
time,
just say yes.
like if it was just like one time, because y'all had an issue or whatever, blah blah, the person learned from it, you know, and he or she is making themselves accountable to you constantly to not give you a reason to distrust them, like as y'all working on it, then I think it should be worked out. Like, you know, it's something people come back from it all the time, and it's a lot of work. But
Yeah.
are you willing to put that work in to make it come back? But you know,
It's only really worth putting in the work is if the whole thing is worth
yeah.
it.
So
Like if the person is just if the person is unfaithful and or they're not sorry for their actions, then don't waste your time.
yeah, if they like if they
If you caught them and they justifying it, don't waste your time. Like
yeah, like they
She
trying,
slipped and
yeah,
fell on
like
me
she,
and
right,
then
right,
and it just happened. Okay, well deuces. Like
yeah. Like,
this just
you know.
about to happen. Like you
But
about to
if
give me
they
half
truly,
of everything.
Like if they truly like guilty and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. I lost control of myself
See,
or whatever. Blah blah
God
blah.
gotta work on me on
you,
that.
you know, if somebody's truly guilty and they feel
Like,
the
it take time. We all human.
yeah,
like,
you know, it
Right.
takes time, but you know, I think that person can deserve another chance, and I
you
think
gotta
that
come
person's
home
genuine.
early from work or
Yeah.
whatever, do everything.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make your your spouse
Like show that
feel
you're showing that you're
Yeah.
putting in the effort.
you're putting an effort to show. Look, you can trust me. I'm not trying to make the same mistake over again.
I hear you. I feel you on that. Like
So-
I think that in regards to marriage,
Mhm.
like if it's cheating, it can be worked out. But in a relationship, if it was just boyfriend and girlfriend, I think that that's a red flag. So like if you, especially if it's like if you guys been in it for a little bit and then something happens and you catch something, I think that's a red flag. Like because
Do
if
you
you could
think
do
that-
that now.
Do you not think that can work out though?
Do I not think? I mean,
Like in
it could
the
possibly
future?
work out. It could possibly work out in the future, but it's
that's a bad thing to be going into
Right.
marriage with.
like. But the whole point of being in a relationship is to prepare yourself for marriage. So
Right.
if I'm going to prepare myself for marriage with you, and I can't even trust you to be faithful to me while we're in a relationship, then how the heck am I going to trust you to be faithful to me when we're married? Like, soon as you get upset with me, you're going to look at some other female. That's kind of disrespectful. So I don't think that I could. It depends on how deep, how deep in love I am with you, and if I'm willing to work that out. But that for me, that's a red flag. Like if you can't be faithful to me right now,
So
when
would you push past that red flag though? If you were mad, like
But why
you were
would
deep
I-
in love with this person, like
if
you-
I was deep in love with that person, and that person was really like,
so say y'all had like a fallout, and then y'all,
No.
you know,
mm-mm.
no.
Because like every time we get in the fallout, you gonna go do that, like
Well,
at the-
it's well,
gonna
you
be the
can't think
question.
about
Eh, right, like-
That would be the question.
because think about it. Like you've been, like you said, you've been in a relationship with the person.
I've been in
for-
a relationship and this happened to me before,
Yeah,
so that's
but I'm
how I'm
saying-
like,
Like you've been in a relationship with this person for however long. I'm sure y'all had many fallouts where the person did not go and do that. So
Right.
just classifying that's kind of like that's kind of like narrow minded, saying, oh, as soon as we're gonna get into something, you gonna go and do that. But there's many of times where that person didn't do that.
right. But my thing is this: like, if we're in a relationship, this is the prelude to the marriage, right? So if you could do that now,
That's
in the
thing,
prelude,
one time it could happen again.
Yeah.
Like that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then
You always gonna
like,
have
cause
the
now I'm gonna be
question.
stuck with you after we get married. So then, it's always gonna be in the back of my mind, like.
So if this person is working with you, trying to show you that you could trust them, they being a good friend.
You're
to
gonna
you
have
and
to really
everything.
prove yourself, okay?
Okay.
Like, and I can work.
I mean,
that,
I can understand that.
like,
I get that.
but at the end of the day, I'm not like it's gonna be hard to forgive you from just cheating on me when we was in a relationship. Like, it's gonna be, like, I'm gonna need time.
I understand that.
Even cause like now, like even now, like that happened to me before.
yeah.
2 times. So being that it happened to me before, I have no regrets.
Like tolerance for it.
Like
Yeah.
none. Like so I feel like if you do that, like it's just like what's the point of me trying to cuz here I didn't do that to you.
Did they try to justify it?
No, they kind of like just act like it didn't happen. Like I kind of caught it myself. Like I pay
Oh,
attention.
wow.
You know I
Yeah,
pay attention.
yeah.
Like I pay
Yeah.
attention. I see how people act. I see what they do. Like
So there was like no remorse. They kind of just act like it didn't happen.
and stuff just fall into my lap. Like the one
Yeah.
person, I kind of caught it myself. The second person, it was just like he lied. He said he was doing something else, and then I'm like, all right. So I'm at my aunt's house or whatever, and he's at the movies with some other girl, right? So right. So he goes to the movie with this other chick. So my cousin, now I'm home,
Yeah.
chilling, right? My cousin texts me like, why such and such? Now she only met him one time. One time, but she know what he looked like. She's like, why such and such here in the movies with this chick? So I'm like, no, he not. He at home because he helping his mom do something. Because I believe you.
Yeah.
Whatever you tell me, I'm going to believe you. We just got off the phone an hour ago. You said you had to help your mom. You're going to call me back when you get home. Da, da, da. Cool. All right. My cousin calls. I'm like, nah, he's home helping his mom. Oh, no, he's not. I'm going to give him the phone. Hello? Hello? I'm like, what you doing on the... Okay. Like, and he's like,
she set it up. She didn't tell him. Like,
no. She just handed him the phone. He like, hello? I'm like, oh, what you doing at the mall? Like, who you with? Or whatever. So automatically he's mad at me. Like I set it up.
He tried to flip it.
exactly.
Like
tried to flip
legit.
it.
Like
Yeah,
he
he
was
tried to
mad at
flip
me.
it.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
like
As soon as he gets
like
mad, like what?
like he got mad. He hung up on me. She called me back. Like she was cussing him out in the mall. Like, but and he was mad at me because all of that happened. And I'm like, I was just sitting here watching TV. I got the phone call, and you lied. And then when he got home, he wanted to call me and try to justify everything, but you lied. It's not even the fact that you did that. It's the fact that you lied. You didn't have to lie. If you wanted to go to the movies with another girl, you should have just told me.
Yeah.
Cool. Like if she your friend, she your friend. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna get like you can have friends. Like
Yeah.
that's I don't have a problem with you having a friend, but you
Some
can't.
females don't believe
But
that,
you can't lie. Like my best friend was a guy. I went to the movies with my best friend all the time.
Mm.
So there was no. I would have never had a problem with you going out with your friend
Mm.
to the movies. Like the problem came because you lied about it. Whether or not y'all did anything or kissed or whatever, if y'all was in a relationship, you still lied. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Like how can I like be with you if you lying? So then like I was like, all right, I wasn't mad at him or anything like that, but I just didn't think that we should be in a relationship.
Mm.
So I kind of was trying to wait till we seen each other so I could break it off with him. So I'm like, when we gonna meet so we can go like we can go out, whatever, we could talk, whatever. I just wanted to break up with him in person. I didn't want to break up with him over the phone. But because he was ducking and dodging ever since that time, I'm like, all right, it's been like 3 days. Let me just call him and just tell him,
Right.
I think that we probably shouldn't be together anymore. And he was upset with me. And I'm like, but you went to the movies with this other girl. Like,
So weird. How long ago was this?
this was a long time ago. This was like high school. Like, this was high school, but it's just
that sound
like
a little kid move.
right. It was high school. But the thing was, like, I know that it was more to it than just them going to the movies. Like, and I know that
He
there was
wouldn't been so mad if it wasn't.
right. So I know it was more to it than them two just going to the movies. And I know, like, and it's been a while. Like, I haven't been in a relationship in a while because I got trust issues. Like, I do. I'm not going front. I do. Like, I trust people, but at the same time, it's like I always been that girl that I just don't bring anybody home to meet to meet my family. So when you get like he was like almost there, like legit, he was about to meet my family, and like you mess up that quick. It's just like, oh, okay, I can't bring you home. It's cool. I'm happy. Like it's cool. Like he was a good guy. No front. He was older than me. He was a good guy. I was still in high school. He wasn't. But at the same time, it's like you wasn't that good of a guy because what did you do? So it's just like I just learned. Like our whole situation was just different. Like it was just weird. Like he was quiet. I'm not quiet. I'm not the quietest person. So he was quiet and he was chill. I'm chill too. But it was just like it was always like a little red flag. So when that happened, it was just like, all right, Sierra, yeah, you don't need to like just leave him alone.
It's more like confirmation.
Yeah, that's
Right.
confirmation.
Like so.
yeah.
Like can't be mad at me, but I don't.
That's why you got like again what you were saying, like just having all that stuff figured out and worked out before you get married.
Right.
I saw this thing where they was talking about how people got like these little agreements or contracts. Basically, it's almost like leasing a car. Like I get married after 2 or 3 years, if it don't work.
Yo,
out,
we-
they just break it off evenly. Like
Yo,
that's like
we was talking
it's like, what
about
the
that
heck?
one
You can,
time.
like switch a model or something like.
We was talking about that. It's like
It was
a
like a
group
real thing,
Yeah, it was like
though.
a group discussion in our church, and then they said somebody asked the question. It was like the instructor asked the question. Well, what does a marriage mean to you? And one of the the classmates said, "It's a contract." And we looked at her like, "What?"
That's what people.
And she
really
was
legit
dead
think it
serious,
is,
like
though.
and I mean, I can understand where she's coming from now, but I think
That's
she
how
learned that
people
it's
look at
more
it.
than that. But it's
That's how
people
people
look
look
It's
at it
that,
as
but
a contract.
it's that plus more.
It's
Like,
plus more. It's more than a
The
contract. 'Cause
actual marriage part, like to me, the marriage is that life y'all and time y'all spend together, and then the contract is. To me, that's not the marriage. That's just a legal document
that says
say
that y'all married.
that y'all married, yeah,
Y'all sign, blah blah blah. Like
Yeah.
it's the law of the land, however the law,
Right,
wherever
right.
state you live in and whatnot. But the marriage is like that's why some people don't even take that commitment. Like they be like, you see a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses.
They
like,
just have a relationship with
if
somebody.
You look at, like you see their Wikipedia page, they be like either say spouse or say partner. If you see partner, that means they ain't married. Like
yeah,
like they don't have the contract or whatever.
yeah.
Right.
Which is like some people, I forgot who it was. They was a partners for like 30, 40 years until one of them passed away. I'm like, that's so weird to me. I was like, why don't you just get married? But they feel like as soon as y'all say I do,
That's when it goes down.
everything. I'm
But
like, I don't
In some
understand
senses,
that.
it does.
Y'all live together, y'all have kids, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are married, basically.
Yeah, people get, I guess, the commitment, the level of commitment, and the fact that that person now has your last name. I don't know what it is about it, but it scares people. Like,
Yeah.
it scares people. And plus, like, now, it's really what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine, like, legit.
Yeah,
And I think
Yeah.
some people don't
I
like
think
that.
Successful people, that's why they do those type of things.
Like
they
the-
don't want to give all.
They're like,
their-
I work for this
'cause they
from
both
by
coming to the
myself.
table,
Yeah.
they both coming to the table
Yeah.
with a lot.
Uh-huh.
So it's like me trying to break off.
And you working hard for it.
Mhm.
Like that's like getting a prenup. Like pretty much like
Mhm.
you get this prenup at the beginning, and it's just like at the end of the day, like y'all got together, right?
Mhm.
Y'all
should be
y'all
sharing.
building
Y'all
stuff
should be
together.
sharing, yeah,
And
y'all should-
like while
y'all
y'all
building
together,
stuff-
y'all building stuff together.
Why is there a need for a prenup?
Right.
So-
Like I feel like
I
if
can
you
see
have to
people
question,
their own, but
yeah.
y'all should have.
I think
certain
yeah.
things together.
Yeah, I think in a relationship, like y'all came in as two individuals to make one. So of course you're gonna have your own, and she's gonna have her own. When going into a relationship, I think some stuff should be kept for you, and then there should be a sharing. Like you said, there should be stuff that's there. Some people believe like everything is everything. Like what's mine is
I don't
yours.
have
Or
a
not.
problem- I don't
But
have a problem
I mean,
with
for
that.
me,
That's
I
how it
think
work,
like.
though.
For me, I think I will walk into a relationship. I'll be like, okay, we got a joint, like, let's talk money wise. We got a joint fund. We got a joint fund where, look, we looking at everything. All our expenses are coming from the joint fund. But, you have a job and I have a job. So you can
Like
have
a
your
percentage?
own. Yeah, like you have your own spending money. You have what you want to do with your money. I have my own spending money, what I want to do with my money. I don't
That's
think
not a
it's
bad
any
idea.
wrong with
But
that.
it depends on the people. Like
Mhm.
like you might like that, but somebody else might not like that.
Yeah.
So it depends on you guys, really, honestly. Like I guess it kind of just has to work out how y'all plan it to
How
work
y'all
out.
plan to work
Like
out,
whatever
yeah.
works better for you. Like it
Mhm.
might not like. I mean either way, I wouldn't have a problem with either way. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with
I mean,
if
but
you wanna
it's
have
all
your
about
own money.
compromise too. Like you walk into
Right.
a relationship, you got to compromise. You walk into a marriage, you got to compromise. But
yeah. that's but that can be a big problem in marriage too. Like money.
yeah,
Trying to get used to like when you used to having your own thing, like you used to having your own money.
Yeah,
Like-
but that's when you guys switch the independent mindset.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta-
Right.
yeah,
Some people
definitely,
try to be too
definitely.
independent when they get married. Like, okay, now it's not all about you. Not everything.
it's about us,
Right.
and about the
You
family.
gotta, like, people don't like. I mean, not to be misogynistic or sound misogynistic, but like a lot of women nowadays, like when they come into, if they're already independent, it's hard to like
Break them
take
out of
that-
it.
Yeah.
just come down a level or something to the guy, like, and then guys have their own issues, or like sometimes some guys can be insecure if the woman is making more money than them.
Mhm.
They kind of look at them a certain way.
I think we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. I just want to hit on one more question, but it's definitely a part two. It's too much. It's very broad. It's,
Yeah, it was.
So more
topic.
people
So
on this.
we gotta get some more insight on.
We gotta
this.
have a round table for this
Oh,
one.
Yeah, man, for real. My
The
last
singles
question.
versus the married. like
Um,
nah, let's-
why do y'all think people rush into relationships? Like, we got like the younger no, I'm not gonna say it's just the younger generation, because we hear our parents, they got married pretty young. Some of our parents got married
It was
pretty young.
different then,
It
though,
was a
right.
different time. But why do you think people are rushing into relationships nowadays? Like, what is the mindset behind
Because
that?
people just think that marriage is everything.
I think people more. I think now it's a little bit of change. I think it's always people that are gonna rush into relationships. Like, I don't
Mm.
think that's something that ever really
Change.
went away or changed or whatever.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
not saying
now-
we could change it. I'm just saying
No,
what is
I'm-
reasonings behind
I think
that?
it's different because now I feel like nobody really wants to be in a relationship.
Yeah, to me, I think people they want to swap out. Like, I'll mess with this person. Either they want to mess with multiple people at the same time, or they mess with this person for a little bit, then jump to this person. Like, I
That's
see
disgusting.
that's how people do.
Yeah,
I see
like
people
that's
jump-
literally now. Like that's
people jump around. They want a little bit of everything. They want to have that cake and eat it too. I feel like that's where the wave
that's the
is right
society
now.
we
We about
living
to
in
have
right
an
now.
outbreak of freaking AIDS and STDs. Like,
That's where you think some of this stuff come from in the first place.
well, didn't
When
it
they
come
had
from
this-
like
this
when the
sexual-
70s or something
yeah,
like that?
sexual revolution.
Yeah,
Some people
sexual-
just
yeah.
don't.
That's
Some
what
people
AIDS
just
was
don't
like.
want to be single. Like they're not secure with being single. Like I think
Why you
I've
think
been.
that is though?
Well, everybody's different. Like for me,
Mhm.
I'm cool with it. Like
Mhm.
I'm content with it. I've been single for a very long time,
Mhm.
so I'm cool with it. And like I told you in chapter 28, like I'm focusing on like literally. I just turned 28. I'm focused on
Congratulations,
literally.
happy birthday.
Thank you. I just want to focus on preparing myself so that if marriage is in my future, that I'll be ready for it.
Right.
So like if that means that I need to start saving for a wedding, then I need to start doing that. Like if I need to start saving for a house, I need to do that.
Mm.
Like if I'm going to be by myself, then I'm going to be by myself, but at least I have something saved up for myself.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like I think everybody just wants to be like they want to be in love. Like I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. And people jump into relationships with the wrong people.
Some people think marriage is gonna
They
fix
just-
things.
They think they want that quick Instagram meme, the relationship goals. That's how they see it. They don't
Their
Right.
social media,
like,
yeah.
you see
They
the
don't see
girl-
what goes behind the
Yeah.
relationship
the girl
goals.
And the guy, they all,
They smiling
they
and
got the nice
cheesing.
clothes on,
Yeah.
standing next to a nice car. They're like relationship goals. Like they just want that quick and easy.
They don't know
Right.
that ain't
They
even
don't
their
know the
car.
They
struggle.
want the
Right.
shiny object.
Right. It's
They
a
don't-
rental.
Right. They don't know that ain't even their car. Like, so I don't know. Like I've been single for a long time. I'm very content with it. Like I'm chill. Like I am cool with being by myself. Like, and I think that's what people have to realize. Like, because in order for you to be one with somebody else,
you gotta be.
you got to be
cool with-
content with being by yourself. Because
You
at
gotta
the end of
know
the day,
yourself too, man.
right? If you don't know yourself and you're not content with being by yourself, then how can you invite somebody else in? Like,
Right.
how can
Right.
People don't want to do that. They don't want to like work on themselves. They want to just jump in with somebody else. This person, I need to get with that person because they're gonna make me better. It's like, no, you should be trying to make
yourself better.
Right.
And then find a person that's doing the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
right,
Yeah.
right? But people don't get that at all.
Well, I think we had a good show. Again, I'm gonna say it's like the third time I'm saying this. Probably gonna be a part 2. This was a very broad
Topic.
topic, and I
Next
think
time I'm gonna come with some questions. I should have prepared. I should have prepared.
But we're gonna probably get some more people in on it. We're probably gonna go to the street and interview a couple people, and we'll play it in the next podcast or setting up for the next podcast. But thank you for joining us once more again. Again, we got Sierra Boogie. Tell them.
C Boogie, C Boogie,
C Boogie.
not Sierra Boogie. C
C
Boogie.
Boogie. I don't know.
even know your
You
But
can follow me on
There
Instagram.
you
Y'all
go.
friend. Y'all need to break
man,
up.
whatever.
Y'all been friends all this time.
Right. So you can follow me on Instagram, the real C Boogie. I am real. Holla at me.
Just Instagram, no Facebook,
I
Spearhead.
mean, on
promote-
Facebook. Listen, on Facebook I'm C Boogie, CIE space BOGIE. On Instagram you can find me at the real C Boogie, or you can find me at Spearhead Films with a Z at the end. That is my business. We do take photos, we do videography, all of that stuff. This is a commercial right now.
Yes, it is. Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm around. Holla at me.
And you guys can continue following us on our YouTube page as well as our Facebook page at Done Talking. Just look us up, share us, subscribe, like the page, everything.
Put comments, suggestions, all of that.
All that stuff. We could really use some feedback from everybody. And keep spreading the word out. We're gonna be having some exciting guests on upcoming shows. We got some good plans for the podcast. I'm not gonna share everything, but we got some plans that are getting ready to go into action. So again, thank you for tuning in. I'm David,
I'm Daryl trying.
and I see
C Boogie.
and we out. Peace and love.
Deuces.